What's up everyone, my name is Marie, welcome to my channel and welcome to another speed build. So recently on my channel, I actually hit 1,000 subscribers and that to me is amazing. Like never in a million years, I don't know, I never thought that I would ever hit 1,000 subscribers. I think it's so cool and it makes me feel like a cool person. Like I'm going to be honest about it. I really like that I have 1,000 subscribers and I just want to say thank you so much to all of you for subscribing to my channel and responding to my videos and liking my videos and just watching my videos overall. Like I am so incredibly thankful for that. I love it. I love that. I'm over the moon about it. And someone actually suggested that for a 1,000 subscriber special, I should build my own dream house. And I thought that that was a really fun idea because I have done a dream apartment in the past, like my dream apartment, but I've never actually built my actual dream house in The Sims. So I thought that that would be a fun idea. And I also thought if this is going to be a 1,000 subscriber little special video, I might as well just record the voiceover with Facecam because I don't know, I don't really see the point in ever recording voiceovers with Facecam because you're watching a speed build and you just want to watch the build and you don't want to look at someone's face, or maybe you do, but I mean, that's how I think about it. I'm like, it doesn't really add anything to the video. But because this is a little special, I thought, why not just hang out with you guys and talk about my dream house? I mean, it's a little bit of a personal thing. So if I were to record any video with a Facecam or any speed build with a Facecam, it might as well just be this one. So yeah, I just figured I would just hang out with you guys. I made myself a little tea in my little favorite glue bee mug. If you know Dr. Gluon at all, you will recognize that little bee on the mug, but that's completely off topic. I just made myself a little tea and I figured why not just hang out with you guys on camera and talk about my actual personal dream house. So that is what I'm building right now, and you can actually already see the shape of the house really come together. I am building it in Brindleton Bay, first of all, because Brindleton Bay is my favorite world in the game. I think it's so pretty. I love the surroundings here, and yeah, I just really think it's so beautiful. And for the style of house that I'm building, I thought Brindleton Bay would be a great fit. So I actually found a picture on Pinterest that I was using as a reference photo, and I didn't follow it that closely, but for the facade of the house, I kind of followed it kind of closely. And the thing that sold me on it is that big window in the front of the house that you can already see. It's the only window that I placed so far. And it is a, how do you say that? Like a double wall height window, if that makes any sense, because there is a loft area in this house from the get-go. When I knew that I was going to build my actual dream house, I knew that I wanted to include a loft space or a loft area because I think that is so cool and I love the industrial vibe of loft spaces and I just think it's so beautiful, and so does my boyfriend, and I'm building this house for me and my boyfriend. So I figured it would make sense to just kind of go along with that whole lofty look and feel. And I tried to create a double wall height window, which I think worked out perfectly. Because we got that window update recently, so you can actually stack windows a lot easier now. So that is what I did, and I placed the stairs right by that window, the stairs that go up to the loft area. And I know that in The Sims, when you place like staircases against windows, they are a little bit weird and clippy, and you can really see that in here as well. But I was like, you know what, I want to do it like this, and we're just going to sit here and pretend that the stairs are not clipping in the window, and we're just going to pretend that it's all fine. And you can see that I also added a little basement area to this house as well. So this house, it's not actually all that big. I mean, it is a very spacious house, but it is not like a huge house. It is, however, very spacious. So I'm just going to say right off the bat that if you want to, because this house only has 2 bedrooms in total, which is not that many bedrooms for a house that is this size. So if you want to download this house and it doesn't fit your Sims needs, I can totally understand, and it's pretty easy to just add another bedroom like downstairs, or like I created an office downstairs if you don't need that for your Sims. Like it's a full-on filming space, so if you don't need that for your Sims, you can easily just make a bedroom out of it, or even add another bedroom in the basement because there is actually daylight in the basement. So that would work out perfectly fine, but I figured for my dream house right now, it's just me and my boyfriend and ideally a couple of cats. Like I really, really want cats. We live in an apartment right now, so it's not ideal for us to have cats in this apartment, but as soon as we move out to an actual house, which is not going to happen ever. I mean, it probably is, but for now, it just feels like such an unrealistic thing. Like the house that I'm building, this is my actual dream house, but I mean, it actually feels like a dream. Like it feels like something that could never happen to me because you would need so much money for this, and I don't have any. So, I mean, it's not likely to happen, at least not soon. Like at some point, I'm sure I will move into an actual house, like an actual adult. And I don't know, at some point it will probably happen. But for now, this feels like an actual dream house, like a very non-achievable dream, if that makes any sense. So I completely lost my train of thought. Like, I don't even know what I was trying to talk about, but yeah, this house, like I mentioned, is for me and my boyfriend and ideally a couple of cats. Oh yeah, that's what I was trying to say. So I only built or decorated 2 bedrooms, one for us, obviously, a bedroom for me and my boyfriend, and that bedroom has an ensuite, a very nice ensuite, if I might add. Like, I love that bathroom. I want to have it in real life. And then there is another bedroom, which is an extra bedroom, and I basically just furnished that for my sister to come over because she lives abroad and I want her to have a place to stay at my house. And I also added a bed for my little nephew so that he can stay in that room and in this house as well, because I want them to be able to come over and spend the night or stay for like a week or so because, like I mentioned, they live abroad. So yeah, I just really liked the thought of adding a bedroom for them. And here there is a nice driveway. I placed down a car because at some point in my life, I would like to actually own a car. I do everything by bike and train right now. So at some point, which in the Netherlands, I live in the Netherlands, and we have a really good train system or public transportation system. So it really is no big deal. But at some point in my life, I really want to own a car and be able to just drive my car whenever I need and wherever I want. Like, I want that freedom at some point in my life. But right now, I do not have a car. So I added a driveway and a car to my dream house, and it is really coming together now. The landscaping is coming together, and you can really see that it's a mixture of suburban and, I think, craftsman. It's like a combination of those 2 architectural styles, I think. And one thing that is actually funny is in The Sims, like whenever I am building houses or decorating houses in The Sims, I do a lot of things that I would never do for my real life house. For example, I hate clutter in real life. I hate it. I don't like it. I like decorations in my house. I like to have decorations that I placed somewhere on purpose that are supposed to be there, like a couple of them around my house. But I hate clutter. I hate messy clutter, like I said 1,000 times. So in this house, you won't see too much clutter. And one thing that I also always add in my Sims builds, but something that I hate in real life, is open shelving. I don't like it. I want all my storage space to be closed off and clean and neat looking. It's just something that I love. I don't like open shelving units because everything gets so dusty, and I don't know. I don't like to have a mess in my house. I want everything to be as clean as possible. Of course, I want it to be cozy and lived in. Like, I mean, I am, which is kind of weird, like I am a messy person. I do tend to leave my stuff around, but at the same time, that stresses me out and I don't want that in my house. So that is kind of a contradiction, if that makes any sense. But yeah, I don't like clutter and I don't like my house to be a mess. So in this house, you won't see that much clutter. I literally only placed one open shelving unit, and it's the industrial one that comes with Eco Lifestyle because I just think it's really pretty. And another one, by the way, in the kitchen, which is also from Eco Lifestyle. You'll see that in a little bit, but at the same time, it's not that messy. Like, they're open shelving units, but at the same time, there's not that much stuff on it. So yeah. I think that kind of makes sense then. And here you can see that I am actually creating the kitchen. Me personally, I hate cooking. I don't like cooking. I am not good at it. I don't have the patience for it. I don't enjoy it. I just want to eat it. But I am very lucky because my boyfriend loves to cook. Like, he loves cooking for us, especially when it's for us. When he needs to cook like for himself, he doesn't like it, but when he gets to cook for me and him together, he loves it, which I think is really sweet and which I think is really nice as well. I am very lucky in that sense because he does most of the cooking. I cook when I have to, like when he's not at home or when he's home late or something, then I will cook, but most of the time he wants to cook. And so yeah, he loves it, and it's his dream to like actually have a very nice, spacious kitchen, because in the apartment where we live right now, it is so tiny. We barely have space to be in the kitchen together. Like, it actually doesn't fit. We'll make it work when we have to do the dishes, it works. But for cooking, you cannot be there with two people at the same time. It just doesn't fit. Like, literally, the fridge doesn't fit in the kitchen, which is crazy. It doesn't make any sense, I know. But the kitchen is in a different room. Like, I have a different little area in the apartment where there is a washer and stuff like that. And the fridge is in that room because it doesn't fit in the kitchen. And it doesn't make sense, but it's how it is. So it is my dream to have a nice, spacious kitchen and just... yeah, because maybe that would make me love cooking a little bit more as well. So yeah, that is basically why I made a nice, spacious kitchen. And just looking at it, it is so dreamy. Like, I want this kitchen in real life so bad. I just want to hang out and sit at the kitchen island on the bar stools and just hang out with my laptop or with a book or something while my boyfriend is cooking. And it would just be so cozy. And so much fun as well. And of course, I also made sure to place down a couple of pet bowls because, like I mentioned, I do ideally want to have a cat or two. I think I want to have 2 cats. That is my ultimate dream, to have 2 cats. And you kind of see that I'm cluttered up the kitchen just the tiniest bit, just the realistic clutter items that you would have in your kitchen, like a couple of those storage units with like some pasta in it or whatever it is, and just some mugs because it looks nice, and yeah, just the basic clutter that you would have in your kitchen standing around, but nothing more than that. And one thing that I also did for this house, by the way, is I used medium wall height, which is something that I hate to do. I don't like using medium wall height in my usual builds because it's so high. Like, sometimes I struggle to make it look cozy and homey. But whenever I am building industrial builds like this one is not full on industrial, but it's definitely a bit more on the industrial side. So for builds like this, I actually do really like to use medium wall height. And also because in real life, I like it when homes feel spacious. I like it when the ceilings are high. Probably also has something to do with the fact that I'm very tall. I am a 5'11" tall human being, so I am really tall, and my boyfriend is even taller than me. So I don't know, maybe that comes naturally then, that we like higher spaces or more airy spaces, if that makes any sense. I don't know, maybe it doesn't make sense, but that's just the way it is. I like spaces to feel a little bit more spacious, and I like tall ceilings. So yeah, here I am just trying to figure out where I wanted to place the TV. I ended up placing it on a different wall, not this one. And by the back door, you can see that I am placing down those open shelving units that came with Eco Lifestyle. I was really debating placing them down because, like I already mentioned, I don't like open shelving units. But I just at the same time think they're so pretty. So those shelving units, those exact ones, I would definitely place in my house. Like, no doubt about it, I would. Because they just look amazing. And I would just clutter it up with a couple of plants and pictures, which is also a dream for me because I cannot keep plants alive for the life of me. Like, I kill every plant. And I don't know why, because I try to keep them alive. I try to give my plants a proper life and I try to take care of them. But somewhere, at some point, it all goes wrong and I don't know why and I don't know what to do about it either. But I really want to have plants in my house because I think plants are pretty, and my childhood home, like where I grew up, my parents still live there. My mom, she has plants all around the house, everywhere. It's almost like a jungle. And in all honesty, I love it. I think it's really pretty. I love plants. I love greenery. So at some point, I don't know what I need to do, but I think that I just need to do something about it and yeah, try and take better care of plants, even though I already tried, but for some reason it's just not working. So I need to either read about it or something. I need to do something about it so that I can properly own plants and take care of them. But yeah, here you can see that I am just decorating the little living area. I finally figured out the layout for it. I created this makeshift sectional because we don't have sectionals in the game, as you probably know. Yeah, but I just kind of created my own makeshift sectional with those couches that came with Eco Lifestyle. I use a lot of Eco Lifestyle in this build because it definitely has the most beautiful furniture in it, in my opinion. Like, all the furniture pieces that come with that pack are right up my alley. And since I am building my dream house, it makes sense that I am using a lot of items that come with that pack, I think. But here you can see I'm placing down another little seating area with a fireplace. Like, this is just a little area where you can hang out and watch TV or hang out by the fireplace. You can kind of just pick where you want to sit. I would really love to have a little seating area by a fireplace like this. It would be so cozy to just sit down with a book and read and have a cat on your lap. And I just think that that would be the nicest thing. But you can definitely, I mean, I don't know if you can definitely tell, but you can probably tell that I didn't clutter this build up nearly as much as I usually do for my Sims builds, which makes sense. I mean, I already explained that. But I think that it kind of shows. And here I just placed down a couple of candles and a couple of plants and stuff like that on the shelving unit and then called it a day for the clutter on those units. Because yeah, I just like the way it looked. And you can see that the downstairs area is definitely very spacious. So I think I already mentioned this in the beginning of the video. If you want another bedroom or something downstairs, you could easily achieve that. You could even close off the entire living area and make it into an extra bedroom, and then place the living area somewhere here where I'm placing that round extra dining table, because that's just an extra table. But I love that. Like, I love having different spaces to sit down with a book or with your laptop or with company, with friends, whatever. I don't really know. It's not like I have a lot of friends come over to my house. Like, I am very introverted and I like being by myself. So, but I don't know, whenever I do have like family or friends come over, I would like to have different spaces to sit down. And I don't know, I just really like tables in general. I don't know why, I don't know what that is. But yeah, here you can see that I am decorating a nice little office area downstairs. Like, this is literally a dream for me to have a filming space like this with a green screen and just a camera setup and a gaming computer. So yeah, this would be the ideal office for me to work from home, even though YouTube is not my job and I don't know if it ever will be my job, and I don't need it to be my job, but it is secretly a dream. Like, it would be really cool. I'm just going to be really honest here, but it would be really cool if at some point it could be my job, just a part-time job, just partly, because YouTube is definitely not the only thing that I want to do, which I will get into that in a little bit. But it is definitely something that I want to continue to do because I love it. I love it so much, and I want to get into streaming and stuff. So this would be the perfect room to either film or record videos. or sit and stream on Twitch. Like this would be the office for that. And then I also have a different, like on the lofty area, we'll get to that in a little bit, but on the loft area, I actually created a gaming area for my boyfriend and me to just sit down together and to just game together. And that would also be the place where I would sit down and actually build if I am just recording speed builds. I would just sit down there and yeah, because I'm not recording at the time, I'm only recording my build. So I don't really have to sit in the office for that. So yeah, that's why I kind of wanted to create 2 different computer areas, if that makes any sense. And my boyfriend is a gamer as well. So I figured I would create a gaming area for the 2 of us together, but we're not there yet. I am just quickly decorating or furnishing this little half bathroom that is also a laundry area downstairs, which I think would make sense because you need laundry machines in your house. Like it's something you need. So yeah, I just decorated that. And here you can see I moved on to the loft space, the loft area that has access to the 2 bedrooms that I talked about earlier. And it also has a little bathroom, a full bathroom for the guest bedroom. So that one is a hall bath. And yeah, here you can see I'm just decorating that little gaming area that I was talking about earlier. I mean, it's a little bit excessive to have 2 full-on gaming PCs, or actually 3, but 2 for me in that sense. But I was thinking that me and my boyfriend, we could kind of share the office. Like it would be for me to actually record videos and stream on Twitch, but it would also be a nice space for my boyfriend because he is a professional cameraman and a professional editor. But it is not his dream to work from home. Like it is definitely his dream to at some point work for his own business and just do that, like not work for a boss anymore, but just full on work for his own business, if that makes any sense, which he is definitely working towards. But when that time comes, he would want an office somewhere else because he's not the kind of person that wants to work from home. Like he needs an office to go to in the morning and to come back from at night. Like he needs an office. He needs to go somewhere else out of the house to do his job and then come back home later. So I figured I would only build or decorate an office for myself for that reason, because if we could afford this dream house, we could probably also afford for him to rent an office space somewhere downtown, which is definitely something that he would want. But sometimes when he has like little things to do or when he edits a video for me, then he usually does that at home. So I figured that we could kind of share the office area. Like he could sit there and just quickly edit something if he wants to edit something from home. Like he could just use the office as well. And I will just use it whenever I have to film, if that makes any sense. So that is why I only created the office space for me, but I also created an extra gaming area for the 2 of us because gaming is his hobby as well. And we like to game together, not play the same games together. Like we do play like Fall Guys and stuff from time to time, but he is more like into League of Legends and stuff. And I am more into The Sims, obviously. But we like to just sit together and game together in that sense. But here you can see that I decorated our bedroom, which I think is really nice. It's not that big, but I don't need a big bedroom. I also didn't give us a huge like walk-in closet. I did give us a small walk-in closet, but not a big one because I don't need it. Like I don't really want a walk-in closet. I don't have that many clothes. I don't aspire to own that many clothes, if that makes sense. I don't like having all the choices. It stresses me out whenever I have too many choices. So yeah, that's why I figured just a small walk-in closet would be enough. And I added another dresser to the bedroom as well. Something I do want, however, is a nice ensuite bathroom with a double sink and a tub. Like that is a dream for me. I want a tub in my life. I don't have one, but I want one. And I also want a double sink. That would be so nice to have a double sink. I don't know. It just would be really, really nice to have that. I'm sorry, I need to start drinking my tea. I was talking without pausing because I'm so excited about this build, but I actually do need to drink my tea because it's starting to get cold. So that is why I'm sipping my tea. I'm sorry if that annoys you, but I just need to. But yeah, here you can see that I am decorating the second bedroom, which I already mentioned is kind of meant for my sister and her husband and my little nephew to come over whenever they want to. It's a small bedroom and they share it with the nephew because I added a toddler bed to this bedroom as well. But I figured for now it would work perfectly, and for my dream house it would work out perfectly fine. And if I'm being very realistic, they would probably stay at my parents' house if they're coming over for a longer amount of time because my parents' house is way bigger and there is way more bedrooms there. So yeah, it would make more sense for them to stay there, but I just wanted to make sure to include an extra bedroom because it's nice to have an extra bedroom, but mainly for my sister and her family to come over because that would be really fun. So yeah, I just made sure to add a bedroom for them as well. And I don't think I recorded the bathroom. No, I already furnished that. But there is a whole bathroom upstairs as well. And here you can see that I moved on to the basement. The basement is actually pretty spacious and you could easily add another bedroom down here if you wanted to. But I am also an actress and a singer, which feels really weird to say. It kind of feels like, it kind of feels wrong to say that almost, but it isn't because I am. And I graduated theater school a couple months ago, but it kind of feels weird to say that I am an actress and a singer because I don't really have anything to show for it, I guess. Even though I did graduate theater school, so I guess I do have something to show for it. But it is my dream to eventually make a living off of theater, which it's 2020. We have a certain pandemic going on. It's not a great time to try and make a living off of musical theater. It doesn't work at this very moment, which is really sad and really stressful, but that's something different to talk about for another time. But I wanted to make sure to include a basement as a rehearsal space because I am in a band and this is usually the setup that we use like when we are like writing music, figuring out harmonies and stuff. We just sit around with the piano and just write songs and play music together. So I figured I wanted to add a rehearsal space down there, and I also placed down a whole bunch of equipment, like stage equipment, but also photography equipment because my boyfriend is also a photographer. So I figured he would store his equipment down there as well. But yeah, because I also create performances, like I do musical theater, like I mentioned. So with that band that I am in, we also create performances, like theater performances combined with pop music. So yeah, it's really complicated if you're not into theater at all. But long story short, I just wanted to include a rehearsal space for us to go to. And then also a little gym. I totally talked over it, but I also added some gym equipment because I love to work out. I work out every single day. So I figured it would be really nice to have some sort of gym down there in the basement as well. So I just added a little home gym. And then here I also added an outside kitchen because, like I mentioned, my boyfriend loves to cook. So I figured I would give him an outside kitchen because that is something that he dreams of as well. And it would just be really fun to hang out there. And the backyard is really not that big, really doesn't have that much landscaping because I don't like gardening. Like, I don't enjoy it. I don't like working in a yard. However, once again, my boyfriend does like that. So I am really lucky in that sense that he kind of likes the things that I don't like and the other way around as well. So that kind of makes sense. And oh yeah, I completely forgot to decorate this balcony space upstairs, but it's actually a very spacious and nice balcony space. So I figured I would add another seating area and another table to just hang out and have something to drink or just hang out and eat maybe. And then yeah, we're on to the backyard, I think, after this, which is nothing special. Like there's no pool or anything in there. I don't really want that. I do, however, want my house to be green and kind of as eco-friendly as possible. So I added a bunch of solar panels and a green roof because that's really good for the environment. So I did want to make sure and be eco-friendly because that is definitely something I would pay attention to if I were to build my own house, like ever. And there's that little space where I parked our bikes because I do live in the Netherlands, I can't speak, and we ride our bikes everywhere. So I figured I would need a space for that as well. But the backyard really doesn't have too much landscaping going on. It has some, but not too much because, like I said, I don't like gardening. My boyfriend does, so I made sure to place a couple of planters for him because he would love to grow his own like herbs and stuff like that. So I made sure to add a couple of those. And then I just decorated the front porch a little bit, and then that is already going to be it for my dream house. So yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this house because I certainly did. Obviously, because it's my dream house. But if you want to download it off the gallery, you definitely can. I just uploaded it to the gallery. My username on the gallery is Simmarysims. You can also follow me on Instagram and on Twitter if you'd like. My username on there is Simmarysims as well. And I think the screenshots should be rolling right about now. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and leave a like down below. That would really help me out. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and if you enjoyed this. But yeah, I just want to say thank you so very much for watching. And thank you so much for the 1,000 subscribers. I'm over the moon. Yeah, just thank you, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!